Hey, welcome guys. Today I'm going to kind of go over just a little bit of the basics on how to tangibly measure yourself for success instead of using the pesky scale for all of your affirmations. So I know a lot of you have been with me and some of you actually don't know me. I'm Kelly Michelle. I have a nutrition company called Kelly Michelle Fitness. We are a macro tracking community. So to better your success in the new year, I want to go over just a couple things that will keep you moving toward the goal line, even if your scale weight is not budging. So one, you're going to need a tape measure. This is actually just a demo tape measure. The best ones to purchase are either from the fabric store or online at Amazon.com, and they're about $5 or less. In fact, you can usually get one for about $1. So if you go to Walmart or the fabric store, you can pick up just a rolling tape. Again, you don't want it to have any stretch. You want it to be very firm. So most people are very confused when they're taking measurements. If you're measuring the bicep, you would actually want to measure from the shoulder to the actual elbow in inches, which mine looks to be just a little over 12 inches. Midpoint for that, or the bicep head, would be about 6.5 inches. So that's where you would want to measure with your tape, okay? When you're measuring the hips, which for most women is going to be very pivotal, you are going to want to go from the knee to the hip, and you'll go to your midpoint, which for me would be about 8 inches. You would take your tape measure, you would start right about there in inches, and if I can pull this pretty tight, you're gonna stand up, feet touching feet, knees touching knees, if you can, no thigh gap. And you've got about 34 inches is what my hips are measuring, okay? You want to be able to duplicate this over and over correctly, so you do want to make sure that you either have a good guide point from the front or from the side, from the knee joint to the thigh, okay? Same thing with men who typically hold a little more body fat in the waist. Be sure that your waist measurements are very accurate. So you're gonna go, again, right over the belly button. Whoops, I broke it there. And you're gonna pull very tight, as tight as you can get it. Again, you don't wanna blow out and have a bunch of creasing over and pull it so tight that you're actually sucking in. You want to be completely relaxed, hands at side. If somebody can take your measurements for you, that's usually the best guide. But again, if you can just keep your arms down at your side and then pull point, you can actually look and see what your measurements are, write those down. For men and for women, we both store a lot of body fat in the upper chest or right where the lats are at. So we want to go right underneath the armpit and to the nipple. And you actually want this to pull pretty tight right at the nipple, okay? So for both females and males, pretty tight right at the nipple. And that is exactly how you're going to take those measurements. The other thing you can measure if you are really trying to grow your physique is your calves. It would be the same thing. You want to go mid-calf, so the best way to measure that, again, would be to go from the bottom of your heel to your knee, and to the midpoint, which to me would be about an 8. And you would start at the largest part of the calf muscle. So again, you want to buy a really good measuring tape. This one was just a demo tape, and as you can see, it's made of paper. So go out and get that today.